Grand Rising, happy day, sisters, to our Elizabeth show this Tuesday morning. We are the Health and Wellness Tuesday. And today, right now, I don't see my other co-sponsors of the Tuesday morning here, but it's myself, Miss Deitra, and my Raziya. So, but thank you all for being here with us and sharing. And even if you're looking at this video later on, peace and blessings to you all. So would anyone else like to give a greeting this morning?
Well, Grand Rising to everyone.
Denise, just to let you know, this is being recorded so people can look at it later.
Oh, so should I take my video off real quick?
That's on you, honey.
Okay, I'll take my video off because I don't want them to think this is a hospital thing. And I'm looking crazy, and I'm eating breakfast, so I'll take the video off, but I'll listen in, okay?
You're not looking crazy, you're looking beautiful, honey.
Thank you, Miss Jackie.
Well, I just want to say Grand Rising, Elizabeth. It is a wonderful day. This is the day the Lord has made, and we shall be glad in it.
Amen.
No matter what. That's the choice that we're making today. That we're going to celebrate this day, and God, celebrate the fact that we can sit here and talk to each other.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So with Miss Deitra not being here, I think it was Saturday. I was like, man, I should have asked her to get cards. And then it dawned on me, it's like, I have some cards.
Okay.
And my cards are, I don't know, let me see, daily affirmations. So I just thumbed through and it came up see if there's spiritual health. And these daily affirmations are for uplifting us, to think about and remember, you know, the affirmations and the love and joy for us that we can hold on to.
1 second.
Okay, you muted us.
So, for spiritual health, the reading today is, I am open and receptive to the healing power of divine love. I am open and receptive to the healing power of divine love. So I will share with this reading for myself is, you know, a lot of people think, you know, they go through these ideas that nobody loves me, or I don't have people that love me, or I don't have people to love. But to understand that for me, that there's an interconnectedness to us through this world. And to understand that we do have love. I know one of my aunts, my aunt is 82 years old, and sometimes she drives somewhere. It's like, Auntie, you drove by yourself. And as soon as I say, I was like, I know what she's going to say. She's like, I wasn't by myself. It was me, myself, and I, and God. 3 other people with me.
Yes, I like that.
So we're never truly alone.
Oh, I need a comb.
We're never truly alone. That's okay.
We did comb.
We're never truly alone. And this card is just identifying that we need to remain open and receptive to understanding that God's love or our divine power, or just the ultimate power of this life is always connecting us to each other. And that's what I like. That's what I'm picking up with this reading. So would anyone else like to share? Oh, are you about to show your daughter's beautiful hair too, my Evelyn?
Wow, that's beautiful.
Sheila,
my God,
Sheila asked me how long it was.
Let me see. Oh, look at that. Okay.
You see it?
Oh, yeah. Know how long her hair was. My goodness.
It's very long.
You had some work to do. You did some work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
she
So
always
it's
asking me when I'm doing it, is it long? I'm like, I'm sitting here going,
Right.
"Yeah."
Like you sewing and stuff. Well, I think that this, I am open to and receptive to the healing power of divine love is so perfect
Perfect.
for Denise in particular coming on today, because it's for someone to give up their kidney for you. That's divine love.
Mm.
That's divine love. And sometimes you don't even know. She may not even know who it is when it happens, you know, like not they don't give her the name, but to not have a relationship with somebody and they give up a part of their body for them, that's divine love.
yes.
So it's so appropriate. And then it said, I am open and receptive. Denise said, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm receptive. I'm not going to ask, are you white or black or short or tall? Just the power of divine love. And
Yeah.
so I think that's so appropriate for today, Jacqueline, you know, to pick that.
Isn't it interesting? Because I just thumbed, just like Miss Feature does, thumb through, and that's what my hand selected. That's what the spirit guided me to pick up.
That's what always happens. That happens every time. It doesn't matter whether you're reading something or pick a card or somebody, or, you know, cards that I may send you. If I send you a dial kit, it's just perfect, you know, because that's God's hand working through me. You know,
Right.
that's the way it is. Get the message out constantly. Yeah.
I find that just acknowledging, speaking of walking in the best way you know how to in that moment, with the spirit, just set your, you know, your tone for your day.
Yeah.
Miracles, it sets you up for miracles. I remember going to a concert in Ann Arbor, my husband and I. And at that time, because of our differences in our beliefs, it was not easy to talk about God.
Mm.
You know, because we just had our differences in our expression of God. I was heavy in the church at the time. My husband is more Buddhist, although he won't say he's that as well, but he will say I'm more like that. And we just talked about, we was able to get a conversation where we could both just talk about our experiences and our expression. And I enjoyed it so much. Anyway, when we got there, miracles was just happening for us. I mean, we got tickets that put us in the front. We didn't have to pay for them. Some couple came and gave us a ticket, told us to get in line with them. It was just amazing. And I knew it was because God was twirling in the midst of us, you know. So I always love those expressions when God lets you know, I like that. I like it like that. So it doesn't always have to be like a prayer.
Right.
It could just be the conversation. It could be just the feeling, the acknowledgement that it ain't you, although it is you. You know what I mean?
It's through you.
Anyway, so
I was doing this study. Oh shoot, this is probably 2016, and maybe I should go back to it because during that time, but it's about mind power. and the expression that it was saying, and as we know, there's nothing new in this world.
Right.
And we are connected to the consciousness of this world. And I remember thinking about the divineness of this world. And, you know, it's almost like when you start thinking about something, just like I was sharing with you all with this business thing that I got into, I was wanting to transition from the idea of me being someone's bookkeeper to me being allowed to show someone how to do their own books.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know how, and I stayed in this prayer. It's like, Lord, and I just know I believe we don't have to be like every minute, every hour, constantly praying, but it's like putting that mind thought to it and kind of living in it without necessarily saying it.
Yeah.
But I remember that started right after my supervisor at the time had asked me, are you considering retiring? Because I was going through health issues. And I know they were tired of me missing work, and I was tired of being there. But we had this review session, and he was like, have you considered retiring? And I was like, I had 6 years to go. And I was like, no. But then, you know, I put it in my mind, leaving him. It's like, you know, I've got to figure something out, because for one, my thought was maybe they're trying to might start thinking about firing me.
Mm-hmm.
That was a concern. But then I was close enough to retire. So on top of that, the reality is like, I want to still be able to do something. And I, you know, in thinking about it, I like the bookkeeping, but again, I didn't want to do books for people, but I wanted to teach people how to be more effective doing their own.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stayed in prayer. You know, I was just in that constant prayer state. And maybe a month and a half, almost 2 months, because it was like March, talking to a co-worker, and he brought up, man, I don't know why these young people won't listen. And, you know, this is the time for them to start planning for their retirement. Don't wait until you 40s and 50s, start planning now. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he shared the system with me. But when I watched this video on it, it was like, ta-da! To me, it was an answer to my prayer,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because it allowed me to get my own finances together. But then it also gave me the view that, man, this is my opportunity. I can use this to teach others, you know, teach them how to do their own. So when we get in a prayer state, you know, we don't know the timing of blessings or miracles, but the hope and desire is always that will be brought to us. But it starts with our acknowledgement and our understanding that through being open and receptive, we got to be open. We've got to keep our minds open. And just, you know, my prayer for my friend Denise is, Lord, bring her the kidney that she needs. You know, guide the doctors to keep her healthy along the way, healthy enough that she can, you know, have a quality of life. So that's my thought right now to share.
Thank you, Miss Jackie.
You're welcome, Miss Denise.
Yeah, it's like prayer is a constant conversation. There are times when we go deep in and focus, but everything we say, God is listening. The universe is listening.
Yeah.
So,
And each one of us, our walk is different.
thank God.
Yeah.
Getting used to my own walk is enough.
Yeah, and not attempting to tell someone else what their steps are. That's what I come in contact with. People sometimes, you know, they have a vision for me, and it's like, huh?
Well, then it comes, they say, you need to do this and you need to do that. right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping my options open, for things, like the house and I know my neighbor needs more room because he got 6 kids. 6 kids. And I know that house is not for 6 kids, but I know he's like well organized and he runs that house like a well-oiled machine. Trust me, I'm pretty sure. But they need more room, I'm pretty sure of that. And I said, well, do I want a long term or do I want something quick sale? And I said, okay, I'm just gonna wait till God tells me because I'm not gonna try to figure it out.
Yeah.
So what are
And
you?
I'm
So what?
gonna listen to what he has to say, but
So what is your connection to them? What's your connection and you wanting to help them or what?
um, well, he's like a new friend. I mean, I've known him for like less than 10 years. He moved over there, him and his family. He just had the 2 girls at the time. And uh I just trusted him. I trusted his ethics, and even though he's a little, he's that black man that'll go out and
Sorry.
he's teaching his children to be, bless you. He's teaching his children to be militant too, in a way. Um, he'll fight for his family or people that he loves. He puts himself out there like a man should. You know what I say? You know what I mean? Sometimes it can seem kind of crass, and sometimes people don't agree, you know, at the way he does things. Like, the people in the neighborhood don't like him because he calls them out on their BS, but I just trust him. The man has keys to my family home, can walk in there anytime he wants to. And he's always taken care of me, but it's always like with see, I think when you bless someone or someone blesses you, you shouldn't expect for it to be reciprocated from that person. It should be, it'll come from someplace else sometime when you really need it. But I get the feeling, and maybe that's just my perception, that he's watching over the family home for me, so he wants me to do something for him. But Spirit keeps telling me to be quiet. When he talks like that, I understand what you're saying, but I don't elaborate on what he's saying because Spirit said, don't tell him, don't say anything right now, And I think the more I'm quiet, the more his, God is telling him, no matter what her decision is, still love her and still look out for her because she's like a mother figure to you. And that's how he makes me feel, that I'm like a mother figure to him, even though, his mother is still around. But they have their ups and downs. But then, he came to the conclusion that, he shouldn't blame her for things that have happened. So he's growing, and I see it. But it's still that, God's gonna punish these people that, and it's like, no, God don't punish. We punish. We make the decision. We put it out there, and there's what A Course in Miracles is teaching us. That fear that what is now because we started reading Saturday, me and Nawili reading the Course in Miracles, reading our lessons, and it's like this cloud of fear, the fear that of everything that is going on with what people are doing, the way people are treating people, and it's like we have to dispel that cloud because fear and love, God's love, can't coexist. They can't coexist. So yeah, you have to follow what God is telling you, because what he's telling Queen Aduni, he's not telling Jackie the same thing. He's telling, he's telling all of us different because he sees the whole picture and the whole puzzle and how it should come together.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to have faith in and trust, that no matter what it looks like to people on the outside, they think you're crazy. They think, oh boy, yeah.
Okay. Prayerful.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Hey, Ebony.
Hi, Miss Ebony.
Hey, Ebony.
Hi, ladies. Grand Rising.
Grand
Grand
Rising.
Rising.
I'm gonna just, yeah, that's good. That part, okay, that's good.
Yeah, you know, cause we've been playing show and tell for the
Mhm. Yes.
Oh, I really have to say the last time we're on and my Raziya, I was like, okay, Ma.
Yes. So I'm like, okay, let me make sure I
yeah,
feel.
I was like, okay. And she was very comfortable. I said, okay, this is intentional.
Mhm.
Shoot, we should have had a conversation about turning your bathroom into a steam room.
Mm.
Yes. Oh, I love a bathroom steam room. I make these eucalyptus lavender steamers, and when I put them in my shower and steam that bed, man, that bathroom smells so delicious. Like I want to eat my whole bathroom. It'd be so relaxing.
Ebony, you have your long lashes on there, dear?
Yes, I did my lashes. Cause y'all got me in this vibe. So I've been in this vibe since
They
Sunday,
keep on
y'all.
going.
Yes. I'm staying in that energy from Sunday. And
Yeah.
my son's birthday is today.
Oh, okay.
He's 16.
Happy birthday, son.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm taking him out to eat and I want to look nice because Sunday got me. I'm telling y'all, I'm like, oh, let me get my little things together and I'm going to put
Yeah.
my lips on when I get in the car. And I'm
Mhm.
probably going to look totally different in like 15 more minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, that was so cool.
It
Yes.
was.
And Jacqueline, you were so beautiful. You were like, have you seen Woman King?
Yes.
You gave me Woman King vibes all day.
You know, I heard.
That is so true. That is so
Well,
true.
thank you,
Of her
ladies.
statuist.
Yes, yes.
I'm telling you, from every one of you, you wind up saying, you didn't look so tall in Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah, in your box.
What can I say?
Mhm.
I don't know, start this disclaimer. Yes, I'm 5'10", and I'm not a thin 5'10". I'm a 5'10" with meat.
Mhm. Mhm. I feel like you should tell people to guess your height when you when you online.
When I'm on Zoom,
Mhm.
I'll think about that. Oh, also, I guess what you're saying that to let you ladies know, I'm starting a YouTube channel soon.
Mm.
Ooh.
And I'm titling it, at first, the young man that's helping me, we were thinking to go, he called me the financial lady, but I didn't really vibe with that. That
Yeah.
didn't connect with me because I don't want to see myself as being a financial person. Although you all know through one of the businesses, I do really care most about the financial literacy information I can share with people and help people to grow. But I've got inches in a lot of things, so I'm calling it Jacqueline Says, and I put Jacqueline Says ... And then off of that, I feel I can talk about the finance stuff, but I'm also interested in, other sources of income for people. So talk about that. I'm interested in, like with Mom Raziya, with health related things, kind of share about that at times. So I just kind of want to flow with how my heart is led to help build people up to grow their knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And to help them live better, just better lives for themselves first, because we got to start with ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
be able to share with others. So as soon as that site is ready, I will let you all know. But I'm excited about it.
When I hear ... I think of like trifecta. I get something coming.
Yeah,
Out of something
Something's
coming.
gonna be coming.
yeah.
So
Is as a result of
and further
Jacqueline
said,
says, and this is what she said. This is what she said. Mhm.
Yeah.
I am amazed again at my thoughts waking up this morning and
What?
yesterday, and how it culminates in somebody saying something today, Jacqueline. Okay, other forms of income. I said, how does that look for me? You
Mhm.
know, because I'm sometimes I can be so detailed, or not detail orientated, but just I pack so much stuff into what I'm doing that it's like, do I just go out there and I'm wondering, yeah, I'm gonna need your help, because how to price that, so that I come in, this is what I have, this is what it cost, because um in doing the make and takes, it went from, I started out at the Charles H. Wright Museum with the African World Festival in the Watoto Village,
Mm-hmm.
and it progressed to the opening of Beacon Park and the opening of the Q Line. And, it was, so it's like, how do I package that into an hourly rate? Because what I did discover is that they should pay for the supplies. They should pay for the supplies, and an hourly rate that includes, transportation, whether at the time I would take an Uber, or whether I drive, or whatever it entails. Um, yeah, so this is apropos. I'm ready for the show, girl. I'm ready.
Well,
Yeah, because
that's not the show today, but I'll touch
yeah.
base with you on some ideas. Even now, since we're sharing it, one of the things that I was even I was introduced to, there's a group of ladies, you talking about networking. There's a group of ladies I'm involved with, and actually they're having a meeting. It's a networking meeting, but and they do it Tuesday. So if it's this Tuesday, the next one is week after next Tuesday. So if you all are interested, I can send you an invitation to at least listen in. But in this group last night, I learned one of the ladies saying along lines of what you need, my Evelyn, is go online and look at what other people are doing. Kind of search doll making, different things to see what other people are pricing, realizing you're coming from the standpoint of the basic supplies, and then building that, letting somebody build that up to having the doll. But and
Mm-hmm.
know that there are sites out there where people can go and buy dolls for cents, and then they might sell it for $2. So that's not what you're concerned about. You're concerned about the creative side of allowing and showing somebody how to create their own doll, or you doing it for them. But so by going online and just kind of Googling certain things to see what are people pricing these things at, what are um, um, creatively made dolls costs, so to give you an idea of what people are charging. And then from there,
Mm-hmm.
like we shared before, then you go from your heart and say, this is what my heart is comfortable with. But it'll give you
Mm-hmm.
an idea. Because for instance, last night, this lady, she wants to be a speaker. And she went online and she Googled other speakers in the topic area. And she said these people were charging, like $1,500 for their speaking. And she was like, man, I don't know if I can. And right away, the leader was saying, her name is Cheryl. She's like, don't limit yourself. If that's what other people are charging, why can't you charge that? Because apparently people are paying it. So why can't you receive and accept that you're worth that? You know,
Mm-hmm.
because she wound up saying, I listened to something and they charge X amount. And yes, I paid that, but man, they didn't know nothing. I knew more than them. So don't limit yourself. But that's a baseline for all of us to start. Look at, go in and research what others are doing. Maybe you might get ideas on how you can do differently, but then you'll see a baseline of what people are charging, because if it's out there, apparently people are paying for it. So be comfortable, with what you're charging. All right,
Okay.
not say charging, but what you're asking for, for
Mhm.
your services and your experience and your creativity. All of that's part of it. The hourly part, how long it takes. So we can
Mhm.
talk further, to help you get tracked with that. So
Okay.
Is this something you want to do online? Or
I like the online part, and I also like the in-person part.
so you're gonna do both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
Because I think the mixed media where I get all those cute, cool little pieces of wood, remember that I use, I think that's an in-person thing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely an in-person thing.
so how would you do it online? Like a class?
Oh, the online would be the doll making. That's because, yeah, with the doll making, I like it because you can pull from what you have at home. I have set up and priced out the basic kit. The basic kit includes a small pair of scissors, a small glue, these things, but not this big though, for stuff. What else? Um, Needle thread, just enough to do that, to do the doll. Extra the sayings to go on the doll, some beads, the hair, the form. I decided not to include the stuffing, but an in-person doll class, I will bring the stuffing.
So a
But
person
on
can,
online,
do you send the kit to them or you just tell them what to go get?
I can send it. I want to send it to them.
Okay, you know what that price is.
Out that I know what the price of the little box that I want to get, and how it fits in there. Oh, and the clay face for the doll is in the kit. Yeah.
Well, let's
Because
talk.
everybody's not comfortable with drawing or
Oh,
painting a face.
clay?
Yeah, that's polymer clay.
Wow. So they get the hair,
Mm-hmm.
which is yarn, right?
Mm-hmm. That's like trim for a pillow, which I love because you can get some wild stuff. Like you're trimming out a pillow. It's just wild. I just love it. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about the stuff from, regular hair from the beauty supply store, and I was talking about the type of hair.
Mm-hmm.
That too is cool, but that I love that wild woman look.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
She matches your shirt.
Yes, she does. So they would get everything to make.
Yeah, you get a charm to hang from the bottom. It's already made. You just have to sew it on.
Mm-hmm.
And more the sayings, at least about
Oh,
between
okay.
8 and 10.
That's what I wanted to ask. So you send them some sayings?
Mm-hmm. The sayings are in the kit. The little string to hang, because you can hang the doll or you can sit it up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so some people at home may already have markers or some sort of paint, because you can paint some more on there, or you can write your own sayings on there, whatever spirit moves a person to do it. And sometimes from the comfort of your home, you have stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
might want to put like a lock of your mother's hair in the doll
Mm-hmm.
to charge it, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
because I have a lock of my mother's hair, you know, I just haven't made the doll I'm gonna put it in yet.
Wow. I have a bag of locks, of my locks downstairs.
Yes, you gave me some locks.
Did I?
I have, yes, you did. I
Mhm.
am going to wash them and bless them. I still haven't done that, but I haven't made the doll I'm gonna put it on yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be more of a posable doll, you know, one with arms and legs and long and tall like Jacqueline.
She
Oh,
got
you know, there is a doll artist that, yeah, her dolls are great. And she's usually at the doll show, and her dolls are the blank faces, which I love, and then her hairs are just great. And the woman is always sitting with her legs crossed.
mm-hmm.
She brings on there.
Does she have a
Arms
website?
now. She has arms.
Uh-huh. I think I know she's on Etsy.
So check out, well, go check out her stuff and what she's charging.
And then you remember the lady that now Woody had brought on that you got
Mm-hmm.
the art with. Do you ever check her out?
Yeah. I follow her on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
She's always doing something. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and there's a couple of doll makers that I follow, and I you know just yeah that I can pull from that I think I'll maybe do a survey with them. That's what I was thinking.
Well, we can talk. You want to talk later this week?
Okay.
Okay. Queen, it was put on my heart to read what you have posted on the website for the Visionary Conference, to kind of share a little bit to Denise on this group. You think, can I do that? Would that be okay?
Your show.
My show. So this is what's posted for our conference, which will be May 12th and 13th, the Elizabeth Visionary Conference. And for Denise and whomever might listen to this in the future, we do meet every day from 8 to 10. And each day is a different, like I said, as we start at a different topic. But with the conference, we have, and it's elizabethvisionaryconference.org, all one word, www.elizabethvisionaryconference.org. And there it identifies to identify what goals, dreams, and aspirations are you pregnant with. You're going to scroll down. What's your passion and purpose for life? And what's next on your agenda? For the conference, discover this and more during our 2-day Elizabeth Visionary Conference. You will walk away energized with a clear vision and intention. Others will be brought into your life to encourage you in your vision. For one, purpose attracts purpose. And two, God always prepares inspiration. Luke 1:35-36. You will know when you meet another with a vision. Their presence and energy will inspire you. Luke 1:41. The Elizabeth Visionary Conference will bring together women who are pregnant with visions and dreams. Our babies will leap for joy. Join us in a safe space where creativity flows and setbacks turn into possibilities. This is an opportunity to open our hearts to the Spirit of God to speak to us and order our steps. We will begin to ground ourselves with an in-depth understanding of why God chose us to bring forth such precious gifts. That is so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell going forward until we get to the conference, maybe, Queen, for each meeting, somebody read that, because to me, this was a reminder of even what our Monday through Friday meetings are about. It's still this purpose of coming together, supporting each other, energizing each other, helping each other.
I accept that. That's beautiful.
Thank you. My show. Woo!
That being said, I'd like to hear if Denise can talk. What is your passion and your vision? Why?
That's a lot right now because I'm bogged down with this kidney disease and every day dealing with the hemo and everything else that goes on with those complications. So at this point, I can't tell you what my vision is because I don't know, but I am inspired by you all and what you're talking about. And I'm over here writing notes and listening so that I can look at this Elizabeth website and I know that if I don't have anything on my calendar for your conference, I'll definitely try my very best to attend. So,
Well, we are. Yeah, it'll be online as well, Denise.
Okay.
Yep, there's an attendance side and a virtual side.
Okay, and you said you do it every day, so I'll start trying to check that out. As the doctors come in back and forth, I'll mute myself because I don't want that chatter going on. But definitely, I feel inspired by you all.
So Denise, just for qualification, I guess. Clarification. Thank you. Monday through Fridays on this link, we meet every day, and there's a different presenter with different topics each day. So that's ongoing. But then this specifically, the conference is going to be May 12th and 13th. What is on the 12th is from 11 to 7, Queen?
I think that's,
let me see,
11. I think actually we start at 1.
It says 11. Well, the registration starts at 11 and it runs until 8 on the 12th. And then on the 13th, registration starts at 10 and it runs until 9.
Starts at 9.
It starts at 9?
The program starts at 10.
Oh, yep. Okay, I missed that part. So that's like an all day, but like we're saying, for this conference itself, those are 2 days that they're all day for the 2 days, but there's an attendance part you can attend, but then you can also attend online. So
Denise, may I probe you?
Sure.
So Denise, you are standing before God Almighty, and you're standing there now in your need, right? And God asks you, why should I help you live? What are you going to do? Why is it important that you stay here?
Because I want to be here. I want to be here. There are things that I do want to do, but at this time,
right there.
No, but
let's stay right there. There are things that I want to do. Based on what someone said, Dr. Miles Monroe, he says, die empty. You're going through, this is just a physical thing that you're going through. But why? What is it that you need to complete before leaving here? That's what I want. That's where your passion is. And your passion and purpose. So that is then God saying, okay, so giving you a kidney, that's no thing. I can actually rebuild your kidney and heal that, period. But once that's done, what is it that you're what are you going to give back to the world that's your purpose, that you know you want to complete, that you know brings you joy, brings your body joy. Joy in the sense that you're doing what you come here to do. That is that, and we can, and I know that's important. Our bodies can make us so fixed on the body that that thing that pulls that healing, that pulls that purpose for why you need to be healed is not focused on. So for me, it would be but Sheila, why would I why do you want a healing? Why should I, what else are you gonna do? Well, Lord, I got a lot of events. You know, I love event planning. I have a lot of events that I need to get done. I'm going to help a lot of people in doing that. You know, I need to create that space for people to do what they love to do. That brings me joy. And like that. So what is
Well,
that
I'm still working on that. That I don't have anything to share at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I need to clarify it within myself, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's wonderful, because that's what this conference is about clarifying that for those who are not sure, and doing it in such a loving way, and being free, having that freedom to create a safe space to create,
Okay.
Yeah.
a safe space to say, I don't know. And
Right.
then we go from there. Yeah, so thank you for letting me share that with you.
Absolutely. Just give me, if you have any more questions for me, give me 1 second. Other nurses in the room, okay?
No
Okay.
problem. We'll move.
Okay.
Well, ladies, you want to at least get into my little bit of sharing this morning. And that's what last week I was supposed to present about solar information.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get it together because, I was just off on my trip. So Deitra was very gracious to find someone to have our speaker that was here.
Mm-hmm.
So I can at least share a little bit of this with you all. So Queen, I would need the screen.
Okay.
I had to unmute myself as I was looking forward to this information because, yeah.
Thank you. I got it.
Question.
So ladies, for myself, with this being health and wellness, I actually was trying to think of, solar. What I am involved with this as another source of income, and anything for myself that I try to do, I want to feel connection with it and importance of it for myself first. Then how can I share it with others?
Yeah.
So a friend shared this with me, and I don't know if you all know, I'm a real estate agent. I have my financial literacy business, which actually that's my main part, is the finance, helping people financially, because I hate to hear of people struggling financially, especially when they have full-time jobs, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And as you all know from my talk with you all, it starts with our mental awareness, our mindset of wanting to get out of something, but when we don't know how, we can't. So what a friend shared, when we know better, we can do better. So with the solar part, again, it for me, I felt it ties with my my real estate business to be able to offer that. But past that, it is a source of income that I'll see for myself, because I now add to my list as a solar advisor with this company. But with this company also, there's many companies that's offering solar now.
Mm-hmm.
And we also know, they're saying Solar pulls from the sun, gives you free energy. Yes, for the system to be set up, there's a cost associated with the system, but ultimately we can, once that's paid off, we can disconnect from the, we can disconnect from the, what is it, the grid, the electric grid, because those costs are constantly going up, and ultimately get to where we have free energy, free electricity in our homes. But we have to have the understanding and awareness of how that works, the benefit it'll do for us, for the planet, for ourselves on the financial side, and such. So the company that I've attached to is called Freedom Forever. And again, whether, like with my business software that I've shared with you, whether you use this company or somebody else, it's one of those ideas of trying to use something that's going to help us help not only ourselves, but our planet too, ultimately. So there's a few videos. This is their team site. There's a few videos in here that I wanted to share that describes solar and how it is important for us. So on here, my queen, there was a link. You know what? I need to stop this. I remember there's a link that I need to click first, right? That says share sound. There it is. So there's a few videos that I'm going to share. And this is the first one.
What will it take to make our power grid greener and more sustainable? It's a big question. The president is hailing the jobs a green revolution would create, and a big part of that may be harnessing the power of the sun. Solar power isn't new, but it also isn't booming just yet in a way that it can be a game changer. In this week's It's Not Too Late, Ginger Z looks at how that's changing one panel and one home at a time.
Hi, I'm Ginger Z, and it's not too late. Can we take a moment and talk about that thing?
Can y'all hear it?
The sun and solar power. We've had the technology to do solar for 70-some years, and we've known that the sun is pretty powerful for thousands. So why don't we see solar panels on every house, and why is our grid only 3% powered by solar? The cost of putting those solar panels on your house has gone down 70% in just the last decade. And the costs in the future going to be cut in half by 2030.
The solar industry in the U.S. has plans to grow too. In 2020 alone, just over 230,000 people worked in solar. But according to the National Solar Jobs Census, that number will need to exceed 900,000 workers by 2035 to reach that 100% clean electric goal set by President Biden. And get this, if we put solar panels on just 22,000 square miles, which is about the size of Lake Michigan, that would be enough electricity to power the United States.
Just this week, the Biden administration approved a solar farm that could power 90,000 homes in California.
100% carbon pollution-free electric sector by 2035.
And it appears that goal is possible to achieve. Okay, so the technology has been around for a long time.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's what blows my mind. Like, why? Why has it taken this long?
This is Darren Kukusuk, a researcher working at the Rutgers Center for Green Building. His most recent project focused on why people choose to go solar.
The other thing people, like, baseline say is, well, I live too far north. That's not necessarily something that excludes you from solar.
Absolutely not. We've seen really aggressive policies in Massachusetts, for instance, and Connecticut. Part of my research was on trying to figure out what drives the higher adoption rate for the solar panels in residential buildings. And top two things is how much sun you get and what's your electricity bill.
Residential solar panels, on average, cost between $10,000 and $25,000, depending on where you live and your energy needs. There is currently a 26% federal rebate, and each state has different incentives.
So it depends on your electricity bill, and also it depends on the space you have available on your rooftop. But these systems typically pay themselves in 7, 8, 9 years.
You can own the solar panels, but you can also finance them and even lease them.
And what is community solar? Describe that for anybody who might not know.
Community solar is basically you do not have to have the solar panels on your rooftop. And let's imagine a solar farm, and you can either purchase solar panels in that solar farm, or it's like a subscription system, pay for that and still receive the benefits.
That's what made the most sense for Robert McHugh. He retired last year, and he's been loving the savings.
My cumulative kilowatt hours are 0, and then once the sun comes up in March, these are all negative numbers, which means I'm getting back.
Like most people, Bob had a ton of questions before diving into solar.
Snow on top of the panels, whether in the winter, there's all this fear that, then you're going to be without electricity. None of which was true.
So you're always on the grid. You just get the credit for the solar that you
Correct. Yeah.
I think that's one thing that people don't know or don't realize is the case.
We're not divorced from that grid at all.
Yeah, and you still have the backup. It's still your buddy.
Yeah, we always have electricity. Yes, and that line runs seamlessly, and no one has ever seen it.
And then it goes right into
that box. Yep.
And that's how it gets connected to the grid.
In New Jersey alone, pre-pandemic, there were more than 300 companies that install solar panels.
This one right here, there's a 350-watt panel.
Phoenix Energy was the one that worked on Bob's.
Solar's actually been around for over 100 years at this point, and if you want to wait another 5 years and kind of hope that there's some massive advancement, you're just going to keep paying, the utility company at a higher rate. You're going to keep paying for your delivery charges. You're going to, be leaving a larger carbon footprint.
Each state is different. The cost of energy is highest in states like Massachusetts, Connecticut, and California. Not only is the cost different, but the rules are different. Here in New Jersey, the energy that you make with your solar panels goes back to the grid. Then you get the credit. That also happens in Nevada. Property brother Jonathan Scott made a whole documentary about it.
I was putting solar in my home, and I got the system installed, and then I was met with so much frustration from the utility that they would not just flip the switch and let me start using my solar.
The doc takes a deep dive into the policies that'll be needed to expand solar power across the U.S.
Why do we not have a federal policy that makes it so the incentives are the same for everybody, the access to the technology is equitable?
But as a consumer, knowing that I can see potentially environmental freedom coming with financial freedom, I still am not sure, is this the right time?
It's so confusing to even apply for some of these credits and these incentives that no wonder a lot of people don't. Let's make it easy. We know that we have the technology. We could lead the world and truly show everybody how it's done. And I feel like that's something we should be doing. We have everything, all the means to be able to do it. And the only reason it's not happening is because of the misinformation.
Overall, he says everybody should have the option to go solar.
The sun does not sign exclusivity deals. So the sun is there for everybody. So let's find a way that we can make sure that we're working together. This is where the jobs are. This is where the strong economy is going to be. And this is what is going to make it so it is healthier for our families.
So the moral of this story is do your research. If you check it out, you might be surprised with some of the changes or things that you thought were true that aren't anymore. I'm Ginger Z, and it's not too late.
Ginger Z breaking down what a solar-powered future looks like. Our thanks to you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.
Any comments, ladies?
What was it? Where they were offering solar panels and with no down payment, and I inquired, and it was like $100 a month. And I think they talked to Sheena, but somehow we didn't. I don't know. It just, for some reason, there was somebody, they weren't here in Michigan, which was suspect for me, having to deal with someone not close by and invested in Michigan. That was a problem for me. And paying $100 a month. And what am I, I understand that, I understand how it works, but how does that work with the gas? Is that, I don't know, if we're paying $100 at that and then we're still paying a high gas bill, I'm just, I'm confused.
Okay.
So,
well, right now, let's take this as information, but because with me learning, because I'm a trainee right now with my company, so I'm learning about it, and all of this is new, but that's something we can talk about, like the specifics of your experience or your concerns or whatever. So we can, you and I can talk about that. But to let you know, with this company, they are not in Michigan. With the company I'm going to share more about, they're not here in Michigan yet, but they are in 40 other, well, I think 35 other states right now. So, but right now, what I'm sharing this part is just to bring knowledge about the solar, solar itself. Not the specifics of it, of trying to get it, because the company I work, but then I have a friend, you guys know Mama Dina, but she got solar on her home, but then the company went bankrupt here in Michigan. So I had done a little research, and back in like 2000, they're saying there was probably nationally about, I'm going to say 9,000 companies that have started doing solar, but now there's only about 3,000 nationally. Some do national work, some just do regional, their local areas, such, but a lot of companies that started in it, didn't make it for whatever reason. So for a company that is national, that's a positive thing. And if they've been, like this company I'm working with, they've been around since 2011, and they started in California. And like I said, they've grown now to 30 other states, and they're coming to Michigan. So that aspect of it is another part. But so far right now, this is just for our basic information that I'm sharing.
Okay.
Any other? Well, one thing I would like to highlight from that last piece that they were saying, when he said there's a lot of misinformation out there. Who do you think is driving misinformation?
Girl, DTE.
DTE.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, come on now. They want to keep.
Wow.
Now, this is a reality. They want to keep their money. This is a reality for me. I don't know if you all noticed, but since my mom moved here with me 4 years ago, before she moved here, I was very conscious of keeping the house on the cool side, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mind sitting around with a hoodie on, my socks on my feet, So I didn't mind keeping it at, even during the winter, keeping it at about 70, right? My mom came and she was like, I need it hot in the house. What she want for what room? So I'm literally, when she first got here, it was like 89, 90. I was dying. But then the electricity bill, can you imagine? It was like $200 something. I had gotten it down. I had put myself on an energy plan to where I had gotten it down to like $58 a month. But then when mom came, yes, we're paying $58 a month. But then at the end of the year, because I was on this budget plan, at the end of the year, they say, you owe us $300. How do you want to pay that? So I just got to the point with my mom being here, just bill me. I'm not putting on a budget plan, because I don't want to find out at the end of the year, I owe you, that's like, oh, and remember, I know you guys got me on the taxes. I don't like paying nothing extra. I want to pay what I need to pay, and we break even.
Yeah.
So don't tell me at the end of the year, oh, I paid too much. But then, they would adjust things accordingly. But on the other side, when they tell me I didn't pay enough, then they want more back. No. So the electric company is doing this misinformation because they do not want to lose that income. They don't want to lose that. And what I was going to say too, I just got this notice about energy efficiency and being aware that peak hours are from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So they're raising the electricity rates during that time, that whether or not you're paying more during that period. So that's where they're coming up with, don't use your washer machine during this time. Don't use your dishwasher during it. But if you do, you're going to be paying more. So that's who's driving the misinformation. Yeah.
I actually wanted to ask you how many solar companies are in Michigan, and about how many homes are already have the solar panels, like in Michigan.
Well, guess what, honey? I'm a trainee, and my focus right now is with this company.
Yeah. Okay.
So with this company, I know there are solar companies here in Michigan. You can Google that, but relatively, when I share a little bit more about this company, I know I'm gonna wait for this company to get to Michigan to use them personally.
Okay.
But I'm also now considering myself an advisor with them. So even though they're not here, even right now, I'm able to talk to people. Like, I'm helping people in California get analysis on their homes through this company. And if they purchase as me referring them, then I'll get a commission with this company.
Okay.
Because
I'll wait for you then.
Yeah. So let's look at this next video too.
Mama Head is saying that there is a company, a Black-owned company called Ryder
here in Michigan. Yeah, I remember the last time I kind of mentioned that. So that's cool. To me, again, whether you use who I'm connected to or anybody, just consider doing something effectively. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
my question is, Jacqueline, is if the solar is on the roof, how does it warm up your basement? And are you still using some gas and just not as much?
No, this is not associated with gas at all. This is all electric connected.
Electric.
It's only connected to electricity.
Okay.
So if you're not paying the electric bill.
Yeah.
So technically, okay, let's listen to, there's another video. I won't have time. There's another video to share that could potentially, because whether it's with this company or another one, it'll explain that process.
Yeah.
But this is only connected to the electricity, nothing to solar. Just like a friend, when we presented to a potential in Texas, the gentleman mentioned that he was going through something with his gas, and my trainer made the comment, oh, tell him to get rid of that gas and go to an electric system. Because there's some houses that just is strictly electricity with their air conditioning, their heating, everything is all electric ran. So it's like, get away from gas and use electric, and then you'll really benefit from the solar, and you won't have any other utility bill but what's connected to the solar grid.
Okay.
And before you start, I want to ask you, when you say about the peak hours between 3 to 7, would it be beneficial to have the solar, because you can use for electrical uses during those times?
Yeah, that's the whole thing, is that when you come over to solar, your reliance is on what's coming through the solar. It's not impacted anymore by the electricity or the electric grid. I don't fully understand that whole process, but for instance, if you saw that one gentleman, he said he was like 0 and then negative. When you get solar, they rate it on how much usage you do by the month. And they give you enough solar panels to have you meet that need of what your usage would be for that month. Now, the basics of what I understand, when you're still connected to your electricity source. However, the source is not pulling from the electric grid, it's pulling from your solar impact. So if there's some days that you're not like the sun or whatever, shade or whatever, hopefully none of those, but if I need, at least with this company, there's a guarantee that you're going to meet your solar each month. So they're saying if there's days that you have extra energy that you're not using because of your use that day or that month, and you're in the negative because now you've got this extra load, that extra load is given back to the utility company, and they then pay you for that extra that your system pushed through to them. So the idea is that for however long you're paying, because you will be paying for the system that you've installed, but that system, you're only paying toward that system. You're not paying on the electric grid anymore. So if you're able to pay that system off, in however many years, you get to the point where you have no cost related to your solar because you're only bringing in the solar energy. And then if there's ever extra, the utility company will be paying you back at that point for what you feed into them through the grid, through your grid. Right. Did that sound clear? Ooh. Yeah. Okay. So
can you say generally about how much, the prices of the panels? I know they're different sizes.
I don't know. You would have to get, like with again, my company right now is not here in Michigan yet, but each home is based on your utility bill. Because just to give you information, or example, for me, when someone says, yes, I want to get an analysis, I ask for a copy of their utility bill and a copy of and a picture of their panel, their circuit panel, and the trainer, my certified trainer, he takes that information and he comes up with, because that'll tell them what you're paying monthly, and then they actually work to calculate a system that will give you the amount of energy that you need, and then the ultimate cost for that generally is at or less than what your current utility bill is. But the idea is that now you're paying on the system that's yours, and you're not paying into the grid anymore. And then once you pay that system off, it's all yours, and you're just free from a bill, any bill. But what that cost is, it's on an individual basis. So like in that last piece, they said they can range from $10,000 to $25,000 for getting a system.
Okay.
But it just depends.
Okay.
So
and I've lived at this house for 35
years. Hold on, let me make it larger.
5 years. I like electronics. Okay, so I learned about the solar panels and solar energy 15 years ago, and I just got interested in it. When I first learned about the solars and the solar panel, they were expensive. And then, I saw that the price was coming down. So now they're more affordable, and it's not just for you know, people with a lot of money or whatever. But it's at the point now where, hey, I got it. You know, I finally got it. I mean, I waited a good many years, but I finally got it. President Obama, he's provided a ways and a means for other people, everybody, to have access to the solar panels and the solar energy. You have a choice. You have another choice.
Over the past 7 years, America's become a global leader in clean energy and the fight against climate change. A big reason why is the incredible progress we've made in harnessing electricity from the sun. We generate over 30 times more solar power than we did just 8 years ago. Since I took office, we've cut the cost of solar energy systems more than 70%. The solar industry is adding jobs 12 times faster than the rest of the economy. Solar panels are no longer for wealthy folks who live where the sun shines every day. They're already a reality for Americans and communities all across the country. Today, we're offering even more families and communities the chance to choose cleaner sources of energy that save you money and protect the planet for all of us. We're making it easier for American homeowners to take advantage of a new program called PACE. Here's how it works. If you make the switch to solar, you can now install solar panels or retrofit your home to make it more energy efficient at no upfront cost, all by paying for them through the future savings on your energy bills. You can go solar right now. You can save money on your energy bills right away. And in the process, you can help America lead the world in the fight against climate change and for a cleaner, safer planet for our kids.
Okay. Now let me go back to, that's just basic solar information. So I'm going to go back to sharing about this company specifically.
Hey, I'm Richard Karn. You probably know me as Al from the hit TV show Home Improvement, or as the host of Family Feud. And while I might not be wearing a tool belt today, I do have a question for you and your family. What is potentially the single best home improvement you could ever make? If you answered solar power, ding, 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 #1 answer. Congratulations, you're a winner. Or you will be a winner. I know. Maybe you've looked into solar in the past. You're thinking, what about the cost? What about the liens? What about the, I don't know, whatever. Well, hey, if it was still like that, I wouldn't be here. I can assure you that all of that has changed. Solar is better than ever. A solar power system can not only add value to your home, it gives you a way to turn sunshine into electricity. And you know what's great about sunshine? It's free. Imagine generating your own electricity for your household from free sunshine. You can start saving money every month on your electric bill. Plus, lock in what you pay for electricity for the next 25 years. While others are paying higher and higher utility bills, you can be enjoying electricity at a fraction of the cost. It's all possible with a solar power system from one of the top solar companies in America, Freedom Forever. If you're ready to start saving money with renewable energy, then stay with me. It's time to be enlightened.
In today's show, you'll learn how a solar power system from Freedom Forever could be the best investment in your home you could ever make. One that could offer an immediate payback while building long-term value that is virtually money in the bank. Plus, you'll also see how you can switch to solar with as little as zero money down. Over 95% of our customers have switched to solar without paying any money out of pocket.
Thanks.
If you want electricity for your home, you used to have but one choice, your electric utility. Utilities are one of the last American industries to operate as a regulated monopoly. With solar, they now have competition. Let's see how this works. We'll use a hypothetical household we'll call the Garcia family. The Garcias currently have an average utility bill of $200 a month that will increase approximately 3% year after year. At Freedom Forever, we've designed a system that will offset their annual energy consumption and leave them with a small utility bill of just a few dollars. To purchase the system, the Garcias put zero money down and now have a monthly loan payment of $150, along with their new utility bill of just $7. Look at that. They've swapped a bill of $200 a month for a combined bill of just $157. That is a savings of $43 a month. They've effectively locked in what they'll be paying for electricity for the next 25 years or more. But that's not the only benefit. According to Zillow, the Garcia's home value has appreciated by approximately $12,300. So let's recap the Garcia's investment. They paid $0 out of pocket, they immediately saved $43 a month, and their home is appreciated by over $12,000. That's the freedom a solar power system from Freedom Forever provides.
You know what's really cool about a solar system? When it produces more electricity than your household can use, it will feed that power right back into the grid, making your electric meter spin backwards. When that happens, you get credit towards your electric bill for the value of that power. So at night, when you need power from your electric company, those daytime credits help offset the cost. That's how you can go from an electric bill that's in the hundreds of dollars to one that's less than 10. I'd like that, wouldn't you? Well, the folks at Freedom Forever can help you do it. Just like they helped Eric Roberts, an architect and homeowner in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's living proof that going solar is an incredibly wise investment.
We live in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a home that's about 3,000 square feet and has a pool. So we have some extra electrical consumption, but when it gets to 110, 115 degrees, air conditioning is king of the castle. Our first summer, when we moved in, I had a bill in July that was over $600 for electrical. It was very important to me for us to lock in what our utilities would be. I wanted to have something that I knew I could count on and I could work into my household budget every month, fixed. And that was one of the biggest attractors to going with solar. Essentially, that allowed us to say, let's put our electrical bill at zero. I think the way that Freedom Forever approached the sale, I was very happy with that. That it wasn't high pressure. That it wasn't, you have to do this today because it's the summer blowout and panels will never be cheaper. None of that ever happened. Total, we're saving about $350 a month thanks to solar being on our roof. And Freedom Forever made that possible by working with us through a process that we could understand. Making the decision to go solar with Freedom Forever, I know was a good decision. And not only can my kids see the benefit of living an efficient and sustainable lifestyle, but we have more money to do things that we want to do as a family besides just pay a power company.
Freedom Forever guarantees your system will produce the amount of power we promise it will for 25 years. Our 25-year production guarantee is unique in the solar industry. It isn't just a warranty that your panels will last 25 years. It's a guarantee of how much energy they will produce year after year for the entire 25 years. If for some reason your solar system isn't working, you'll be using electricity from the grid, and your electric company will expect you to pay for it. With a traditional warranty, those costs aren't covered. You'll pay for all that electricity until your system is repaired, no matter how long it takes your solar company to get it fixed. Freedom Forever's 25-year production guarantee is better than a warranty. We monitor your system day and night to make sure it's working properly. If we detect any shortfall in performance, we'll contact you and send someone out to fix it. If the shortfall is caused by something that's our fault, we'll compensate you for all of those costs. With the Freedom Forever 25-year production guarantee, you'll get 25 years of worry-free power from the sun, something a traditional warranty just can't provide.
Over the past decade, the solar industry has changed quite a bit. What used to apply doesn't anymore. But still, a few myths about solar persist. So, let's see if I can put your mind at rest. You ready to play? Okay, myth number 1. Solar power is really expensive. Actually, solar power is more affordable than ever. Just take a look at this.
Between 2009 and 2019, in the course of just 10 years, the cost of solar has fallen by almost 65%. Plus, there are federal and state rebates and credits that might help lower the cost of your system even further.
So, you don't need to be a millionaire to switch to solar. On to myth number 2. You'll have a lien on your home in order to secure financing. That's also changed. For qualified buyers, today's financing is unsecured, so no lien. Myth number 3, Having a solar system makes it impossible to sell your home because buyers can't assume your loan. You guessed it. That's no longer the case either. A solar power system can actually help your home sell faster. After all, who would turn down a locked-in price for energy for years to come? But wait, there's more. Solar can not only help your home sell faster, it can also help it sell higher, as in price. Here's proof.
According to the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, purchasing a solar power system can increase your home's resale value by an average of 17%, plus help your home sell an average of 20% faster.
Okay, one last question. What's preventing you from going with Freedom Forever? If you answered nothing, congratulations, you are a winner. The only thing left to do is give Freedom Forever a call and tell them Richard sent you.
All right, ladies, that's information about the company. And then the last thing, now for myself, like I was sharing, you know, the information about solar consideration for your home, for this company particularly, they're not in Michigan right now. Yet, with my involvement with it, like I was sharing, I have family in Texas, let me see if I can show you the map of where they are. Let's see if it's in here. Nope, it's not there. These are all the states where this company is located. Everything, these light green, that's where they're coming to. The dark green are where they are currently installing, and then the grays they're not there. So it's a national, like pretty much a national company. And then one last little video. So for myself as an advisor with them, I'm asking, because I'm not in the states where they are located, I'm asking for family, like I'm contacting family directly. So I've had some people that are looking at using the system or getting the system. But then there's also the opportunity that, and I'm offering this to you all too, that if you would like to refer, if you have family in any of the states where they are installing, to allow me to share this company with them in these other states. And through the sharing, they actually purchase a system. Then from the sale, I am, through the company, able to give you $1,000 referral thank you for referring me to someone. But that's on the side of you referring me to someone where they are currently installing. But then this video I'm going to share is actually about becoming an advisor yourself with the company. And this, is anyone interested in this, or because I don't need to share it? What do you think? Should I go ahead and share it? Hello?
I know I'm not interested in that. But when I get a house, I'll be calling you.
Okay. And I know with my hat was sharing that there's a Black-owned company here in Michigan. You know, one of the things, like I said, I know Mama Dina got a system, but then the company went bankrupt. And I haven't been able to talk to her, but I know, you know, then it was like maybe 9 months of her trying to find somebody, I guess somebody else that can come and finish getting her connection and everything. So that would be a concern for somebody local, that, you know, yes, it's great to go with to support Black-owned companies, but how long are they going to be around? You know, not to take away from that, but, you know, and how long have they been around too? So those are, you know, considerations in looking at getting a system. For this company coming here, it says they're coming soon. So I'm looking forward to that. But On the side of being able to share with people that are not in Michigan right now, again, if you know of anybody, I don't know the states offhand, I know some of the main states, anybody in these areas that you can refer me to share this system, I can give you information to provide to them. Basically, it's that one video with the guy Al. And then if they're interested in learning more, I will go through the process of getting their utility bill and scheduling, and they do everything virtual too, as far as providing the information, but then connecting them with the actual company if they want to go forward. There's, there's companies all over, but the basic information is provided to them virtually. So again, if a referral is provided, then I'm able to give someone $1,000 referral, and that could be a little source of income. I know that's how I'm looking at it. Because we do, why limit ourselves in one area? Yes. And to me, my doing this, it doesn't take, it might take 15 minutes. And I do it on my schedule, and I don't do it every day. Like right now, I've got a friend out of California that wants an analysis. So I just, scheduled the time with my trainer to get their analysis billed, and then I'll schedule the time with them. But the meetings might be 30 minutes, but it's all on Zoom. So it's very simple. And again, it's at our own pace. So ladies, that's basically my sharing. Here, how do I get off of here? So stopping the share. So any other questions? But my Evelyn, I can talk to you more, but yeah, bottom line is just, I want to be able to help our environment. As you see, the floods and just the whole environmental impact on the world. I feel anything we can do to help, for our little bit, to try to do what we can.
Mama Het?
Hello. I just wanted to add, cousin Pam will be on tomorrow. She created her own solar power system. So any questions, write them down and we can ask her tomorrow. She built her own system and she's living in her camper right now. So she can give us some more insight. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for bringing this forward, because it's time for us to make some changes and better our lives.
Right.
Thank you.
Don't listen to the misinformation.
And there's a lot of that out there.
Yeah. So that's my sharing on that part. Anyone else? We have a small group today. We did get a little bigger there.
Have you ever checked into, there's a building, it's a gallery right there on Woodward, almost to Forest. And on that street, I can't remember the name of the street, it was a big old building. And I remember they were doing geothermal heat. They were digging down in the ground, and that whole building, they have a tea and muffin shop there. But he owns the building, and he gave me, of course I didn't go up on where the apartments were, but a tour. Her husband kind of gave us a little tour, and none of the tenants pay gas bills.
Wow.
So
geothermal, well, that's the gas part. So solar and gas.
Yes. Now that would be an ultimate dream for if I were going to keep the house, it would be ultimate. Dig down there, get the geothermal on the roof, raise the roof a little bit so it not have that slant and make it a good second floor, and then put solar panels up there on the roof. Yes, and just be totally. Oh my goodness, DTE wouldn't know what to do.
You don't actually have to put solar panels just on the roof. You can put them in the yard, but wherever, like when we do the analysis, they'll do an analysis, yes, of your roof, but if you say I don't want it on my roof, they can find a area. But as you saw that solar farm,
yeah,
I think is there a solar farm here in Detroit somewhere? I'm gonna look that up.
I don't know.
But a solar farm could be like like they were saying, you can rent them, lease them, or sign in on a membership with the solar farm. And the solar farms are like if you have a vacant lot or something, and the tenants come together and they set up solar panels in this one big lot, and people are connected to that local to them. So there are areas that actually just do solar farms. So they're not putting these on individual homes, but they're still benefiting from being part of, like, probably it's a cooperative or some type of community-based something, but those are options too.
We do have we do have a couple of farms here in Detroit. There's one in Midtown. And Mama Shu also has geothermal and solar power at Avalon Village. Those were two projects that she had put in place. So we can talk to her as well. I can ask her some questions. So again, just write them down and we can shoot them at people who are using. Haru worked with Ryder Technologies, and they have one sister, she's on, I think Euclid and Third. She has solar power in her yard. And those tiny homes, the tiny home village here in Detroit, each home in the tiny home village has the solar power connected to their home. So we do have a few spaces with farms and also, what do you call it? Individual use, single homes or whatever. So we do have a few resources. And I think also solidarity. Jackson and sister, one of our sisters that's connected with Mama Shu, the daughter, her niece is over the program. Yeah,
I think it's Shamika or Shakima.
Yes, Shakima. Yep.
Well,
That makes me.
Go ahead.
That makes me want to just find out, because the street behind my daughter is all vacant. It's all overgrown vacant lot. I bet somebody owns it already.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking it would be nice if her property extended over to the next street behind her house. Interesting.
So
that would be that. Yeah.
That could be like if something like that in a group, a neighborhood got together, if there is something like that, and discuss creating a solar, looked into for that neighborhood, getting solar for the neighborhood on a community basis. But it would be something that, all of the home owners, be it whether they're renting or whatever, to be part of looking into that, if they had open space somewhere to do a solar farm.
Right. I'm about to ask my mama.
But the main thing is to know,
Yes.
If we don't know, we can't make a decision. So if it's an interest of anyone that's listening to this, look into it, research it, find out what's available. And if it's really something possible for your home, research companies that are available to do it now. And for our group, I'll be glad to let you all know when this comes to Michigan, But
Definitely
in the meantime,
interested.
but in the meantime, if there are companies around, but again, I just be kind of cautious of companies that don't have a long history, and hopefully they'll be around for a while too.
Right.
If they're here in Michigan.
I'm not trying to stop anybody being.
So late any okay. So Queen.
I have that jingle.
What is that? Jeopardy?
Was that what that is? I don't know.
I think that's Jeopardy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, one of them game shows. So I'm that's all from me for today, Queen. Any we've got 10 till. Do we always have to go to 10? We gotta go.
At
Okay.
10 at 5 minutes till.
let's make some conversation.
And then it'll be funny because it said, well, I came on at 5 minutes till.
And you weren't there.
On. We were waiting on you.
Well, I would like to ask you all a question if I can.
Sure.
I am new to the group, so I'm not sure exactly what the group is about. If you can just talk about any old thing, can someone enlighten me as to the purpose of the group and just talk about what it is that you all share, or is it just free flowing?
So she said, like, who y'all is?
Exactly.
Y'all be doing?
Well, for one, can I add, remember Denise, what I read about the conference? About that's the main purpose when Queen started this. Queen, when you start this group this is 1 year.
It'll be a year in May.
So she started this group of meeting based on what I read to you. Actually, you can go onto that visionary site website. And that discussion, that's the basis of it. But then, like, I know Tuesdays we do health and wellness. And when I was invited into the group, Ma Raziya, who's one of the main sponsors of this Tuesdays group, she had asked me, because of my connection with her with finances, she had shared what Tuesdays were about. And she's like, is there a way you can share finances? And I was like, when people can manage their finances better, it reduces the stress in their life. She's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Can you do a talk to us about, financial wellness, financial health, and how it can reduce the stress in one's life? So that was my connection to coming into the group. So I did a 7-week series that talked about different topics, but it was all toward building your skill to being able to manage your money better, with the ultimate idea of helping it to reduce your stress in your life. So so that'll be one area you won't be stressed about, because a lot of people, that's the problem with a lot of people. They're always concerned about money, not having enough, stuff like that. But Queen, can you share what the other days are, the themes or the topics for the other days?
I would like for besides that, we're Monday through Friday, Janice, from 8 to 10. We have a different host for each day. It is a conversation, although we do have people who come and present something. And of course, just as Jacqueline did, she presents it and then we ask questions or things like that. we've had a little bit of everybody on here. We've had almost every conversation that there can be on here. Sometimes Mama Head's not on here right now, but sometimes her legs are up in the air and she's dancing around because of what someone has said. Sometimes we're in tears. Somebody is speaking and sharing, and then they have a moment. How are you? And
hi, Doctor.
And we
yeah, I think a doctor came in.
Yeah, she put us on mute.
Yeah.
But you can, she probably is still listening.
Yeah.
And so so we go with what the spirit is what the flow is. And we've been doing it for, like I said, it'll be a year. That's why the conference is coming up in May. So, you know, basically we've had different leaders. Excuse me. And then when that doesn't work for them, then someone else ends up, God replaces that person or persons, and then we have more information coming.
Yeah.
So
Please also take a look.
It's based on the story of Mary. Matter of fact, I'd like for someone else, Mama Evelyn, you want to share what the story, what it's based on, what's the principle?
The principle is based on when Mary was given the information that she would be pregnant with Jesus, and was also told that her cousin Elizabeth was who had been barren, was also pregnant. And so when they came together,
before
I'm sorry, what?
Before they came, as they were about to get together, before they actually got
as they were about to get together. Okay.
Yeah, I want to
As they
hear
were
how
about
she says it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, as they were about to come together, the babies, you know, leaped. So it's our babies. You know, we all have babies. You know, that the things that you are here to bring forth into this world, and only you can bring forth that piece of the puzzle. And so Queen Aduni has created a space where, you know, I mean, I can tell you, I've come to revelations. I've, you know, now I'm starting on A Course in Miracles, which is something I really wanted to do. And my spiritual journey has grown leaps and bounds. And I never a thought that I would be talking about the greatness of God every single day of the, you know, every single day, all day, because I always thought, oh, that was something you kept private. But no, when the more you speak about it and the more you attempt to live it, and when you have a group of women who are like-minded, we don't all have to be of the same religion. We don't all have to, we're all not taking the same path. We're different paths to a common goal. And Queen Aduni brought this group together online. It's been in the makings for 40 years, 40 years. And so now she's able to reach hundreds and thousands and millions of people, and to concentrate on what you're here to bring, you know, putting God first, which is, we've been told that, and we're hard-headed children, and we just need to be told and told and told until we really get it and it clicks. And we say, oh, I've been making it hard all my life. What the heck? You know, and I want to say from my heart, with what you're going through, Denise, what one of the one of the sponsors on Thursday, Reverend Armani, says dis-ease starts with the soul. It doesn't just develop from the physical. It comes into the physical from the spiritual realm. So we're praying for you. We know you have a deep faith because, I don't think you'd be a good friend of Jacqueline's if you didn't have that. Because like-minded people, honey, we're here for you, and we're praying, and it will happen. I have decreed it. I have said it. It's going to happen. You're going to heal, and you're going to bring forth that baby and birth it into the world.
I appreciate that. I received that.
And we are going to be much better for it. So, I mean, it's just, this group has just been a blessing to me, and had brought me, had me in makeup on Sunday, and I don't wear makeup. Had me all glammed up in makeup, and I had my eyelashes, and so it's definitely growing, and there's pockets of us all over, pockets of Elizabeths all over, and we're coming forth, and watch out, world. And we're here to teach. We're here to teach whomever is willing to open up and learn. Because when you quit learning, you might as well just leave. But as long as you're learning and growing and expanding your horizon, that's what God wants us to do.
Okay.
And give birth to our babies.
All right. Well, y'all get ready.
Yeah, you are welcome to.
And you can also go on the archives and look at and see past shows of the whole year.
Okay.
Just click on one.
And that
you never
is
know.
On Grand Rising, the name of the show, Grand Rising Elizabeth.com.
Yeah.
And any show, you wouldn't know which is which, but like if you wanted to see this show, it would be under Tuesday, and it would be this date.
Okay.
This is who you would see. But Jacqueline might be able to refer you to certain shows that she thinks would benefit, the conversation and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope to be able to contribute a little bit more, maybe in a few days' time with the group.
Take your time,
Well,
honey.
anytime you want to come on, you're welcome.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, okay. Well, we are at 10:02.
We made it.
Through. I'll tell your troop that you held it down. Oh man.
Okay.
So let us give ourselves a big hug. Denise, oh my goodness gracious, and give the world a hug and sprinkle all kind of healing and cleansing and purification and wisdom to anybody who's going to touch Denise today. We send out energy for that person that has her, that's going to donate their kidney to her. We send that energy to them, that revelation will come, and then she will have that off of her mind.
Yes.
Oh my, thank you so much.
Peace out.
Thank you.
Out. Girl. Yes. See y'all.
Love you guys. Have a good day.
Have a good day.